Okay, oh, I'm live. I had the camera turned around. So I just boarded the ferry and I'm going to be heading up there. And I'm going to take you on an interactive journey of what it's like to go on the ferry to Long Island. Or actually, where am I going? I'm going to Block Island. Excuse me. Forgive me. So what I'm going to do is, after you go up that ramp, we're going to go up to the balcony upstairs. I've been taking, so ferries are a huge part of Connecticut. It's not as much as it is when you're going to, let's say, Seattle. And here is an example of where I'm going, Block Island, which I'm going to talk about that later today when I go live with my friend Vicky and her family. And this is the inside seating with the view. And we're going to actually head upstairs so that we can be outside. It was $64 for a round trip ticket. You can't beat that. And there are views all over the place. Just let somebody get by. Look at this. Whoops. My stand got stuck. Forgive me. That's the bow of the boat. Look at how gorgeous this is. Give me a second to get to the staircase. All right. Up, 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 and away we go. This is the second level that you can sit and enjoy. There's actually even outside seating on the back. And this view is just spectacular today. You can't go wrong. So the day did not exactly go as planned, but I have some interesting facts about Connecticut history that I'm going to be sharing with you. And I'm going to apologize in advance for all the movement that this thing's making. I am going to let you enjoy this view for a second. I'm going to walk to the other side to see how what's the best angling for the sun. But right here, so right there is General Dynamics. It's the submarine base where they make all the submarines, and these are where there's at least 8 ferries that leave here every hour that go to different ports like Greenport, Long Island, or you can go to Martha's Vineyard. There's so many different places you can get to, the Hamptons, and you can load your car. So those are the cars that are waiting to load on. I appreciate you joining me for this. So let me just angle this. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna walk to the other side and see how it looks. All right, I'm back. The angling is much better from the other side. So we're gonna go back inside. Look at the comfiness of this. Isn't this awesome? Because of the way my selfie stand is, or phone stand, or whatever it's called, it's hard for me to move through the chairs. So bear with me. See the view? That's looking into Connecticut. So we're going to be on this side of the boat. If you have questions for me, let me know. Actually, I see one right now before it gets bright. My friend Jenny. Hey, Jenny. I so want to visit the East Coast. I love you. You would love it. You'd love it. I forget where you're from. I think I knew it before. Karen from Cedar City says this really looks Dutch with all the water. Yeah, wait until we get out there. You're gonna. I haven't been there, but I've been to England, but not there. All right. So here's the view from the parking lot. And I am just going to face it here. You'll get to see. I just want to ask these people if they mind. They're not in the film. I'm live on YouTube. You're not going to be in it, but is it okay if I'm here? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so they don't mind. So you're going to have an awesome view. Okay, so some interesting history that the staff here told me, because I got permission to do this, is right over there. See those? What could you imagine they're building with all those towers? Right there, those long. What those are windmills, and I'm going to actually zoom in on them so you can see right there. Those are huge windmills they're building for Long Island, New York. I was like, that is super cool. And so they're manufacturing and building. They're building them for windmills for Long Island. So they're going to ship them over.
Kill all the birds.
Kill all the birds, exactly. Get rid of those birds. But now I'm probably going to get slack from all the...
Yeah, whatever.
It's all. That's what I say it like it is.
Yeah.
So Jenny says, you're from Missouri. That is awesome. I was through your state not too long ago. I love our friends in Missouri. As I was driving on I-70, went through a Cat 5 tornado. No pun intended. My friend Breakaway, such a beautiful day. Breakaway, I've been thinking about you a lot. Just know that. You're in a lot of prayers. So as we, so the ferry takes off in 1 minute. You're going to hear a large sound. I'm just going to leave this here for a second, let you enjoy the view. And I'm going to check. Actually, our friend that gave me all the information is walking here now with her walkie-talkie to basically release the boat. I was really surprised how economical the trip was. For just a round-trip ticket, $64. Love our friends to support Connecticut tourism. Whatever we need to do, I'm always here to support. So I'm going to wait until we get out to sea, that I'm going to share some interesting facts with you about the coastline. Things that I didn't even know when I was researching this video. So to tell you, I was supposed to go live on YouTube at 8:30 this morning. I missed the ferry by 2 minutes. Go figure. So you have got to be on time. And the reason was I parked in that parking garage way over there on the 5th floor. That's the only way there was parking. So I ran like crazy to this building to get my ticket. And then I ended up finding there was a 10 o'clock. So I says, I have an hour and a half. I'm going to go get a bagel. Went and got a bagel, and I got stuck in traffic. GPS took me to a different dock, and I was like, you have got to be kidding me. This is not happening. So I missed the ferry by 3 minutes this time. So now I says, I am going to sit here and stay, and I'm not going anywhere. The next one is at 11:50, and that's where I'm just going with the flow. And man, bring sunscreen if you're going to do this. I'm afraid my iPhone's going to overheat, so I'm going to put it in the shade for a second until we take off. Actually, I think the view may be better here as far as the sun is concerned when we do take off. So let me know if you have questions. Again, I'll be sharing some interesting facts with you that I had no idea about the coastline. I found out that one of the boats here was in Pearl Harbor in World War II, and it was there when Pearl Harbor was bombed, and they're using it here to transport people. And I thought, how cool is that? Do you know that boat is so large, they would have had to ship it or sail it from Pearl Harbor down to the South America. That's our sign we're leaving. So I'm going to get to the history about that in a little bit. All right, we're actually moving. So I am going to readjust again. I'm very conscious of those on the boat because some people may want privacy. You never know. So I don't want to, I want to try to keep his people away if they don't need to, if they don't, you know, they may not know that I'm live. Well, obviously, if you look at my setup, it's hilarious. Karen asked what kind of windmills are they? They are going to be the, like, look like big fans that turn, and they told me we're gonna see some as we're going through Rhode Island. But I'm really glad I asked. Look at how huge and massive those are. Isn't that insane? Okay, so let me set this down. Again, thank you for bearing with me with all this movement stuff. And I want to keep in mind, aren't those seagull sounds incredible? I am sweating like crazy, I gotta say. But, okay, those are, the size of these windmills are just massive. And oh no, don't apologize, no big deal, it's all good. Oh, that air feels good. Somebody had opened the door and the air conditioning was amazing. It's about 90 degrees out today and it's nice and warm. There you go, you look like you're refreshed. Okay, so bear with me while they're telling us about the sea conditions. I can't hear it. So this is, let me pause for a second. Life jacket instructions, really important. You see those drawbridges over there? So the boats can go under? Okay, so we're going to talk about how beautiful the views are as you're heading out to Long Island Sound in the Atlantic Ocean. Passengers can see lighthouses, coastal towns, and you can also sometimes even see marine wildlife like whales. So we don't know what's going to happen. It's an historical route, has been operating for almost 100 years. It's a critical link between the mainland of Block Island, which is known for its rich history and natural beauty. Seasonal services are offered based on weather conditions. It does run year-round. The ferry operates seasonal with limited hours. The frequency of the trips during the summer months, according to the influx of tourists that are visiting, it's a popular route for vacationers looking to enjoy Block Island beaches and the outdoor activities. We'll be coming upon General Electric, the submarine base, and you're going to be able to see submarines. I'm hoping. They were usually hidden in the water. But this is where they all are built for the Navy, which is a shout out to our friends that are serving our country. So people love Block Island for its beaches and outdoor activities. You can rent mopeds, you can rent bikes, you can rent pretty much anything. Even electric boats, paddle boards, you name it, you can rent it. The travel time is approximately 1 hour and 5 minutes. It's a high-speed ferry, but we're going slow because we're in the canal now. It offers comfort and amenities. This ferry is equipped with comfortable seating, as I showed you earlier, restrooms, and they have a snack cafe to ensure pleasant journey for all the passengers. It's bike friendly. You're allowed to bring your bike. Many ferries allow passengers to bring bicycles and additional fees when needed. It's pet friendly. Pets are always welcome, providing they're friendly. Travelers can bring their furry friends along for the adventure. Reservations are recommended, especially during the peak season like today, to book tickets in advance to secure your spot for the ferry. Environmental conditions. This is a modern ferry. It's eco-friendly technology to reduce the environment impact and make the trip to Block Island more sustainable. And last but not least, number 10, Block Island has a unique charm with its vacation activities, lighthouses, and small town feel. Like the ferry ride, it's an opportunity to step back in time and experience a different piece in life. Okay, so you're going to be seeing where they build the submarines now. I'm just going to disconnect my iPad from, and I'll show you my setup later. It's quite impressive. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a picture. So those are the cranes that load the ferries. I mean the ferry, the submarines. Oh, you can see one right there. There's a submarine we're going to be passing. It's got the gray. Right? Yeah, that's awesome. That is so cool. It had like a gray canvas over, but you can see the bow. I'm going to take a picture with my iPad and I'm going to share it to my Instagram story so you can see what it looks like. I think somebody needs to get out the door. Okay. There you go. All right, give me a second to put my iPad away and I'll be back. The things you do to go live. I'm like literally want to protect my iPad, got to put it in its case, and I want to make sure that the guests are accommodated and not bothered. So I'm going to turn this around. Hey, don't apologize. You're allowed to go anywhere you want. All right. Let me just let some people by, and I'll be right back. You're welcome, anytime. You have an awesome day. Enjoy it. Enjoy your time in Block Island.
Appreciate it, you as well.
Always. Okay, so as we're approaching, well, I gotta show you the view from, well, let me wait. I'm like looking at, oh, here's another submarine. Right there, you can, right there, see it? Is that not cool? That is a submarine that they're building and constructing. And they do it all there. This selfie stand is a lot of work. Oh well, I'm learning. And you're gonna see some ribbons here where they test the submarines as we're coming up to the right. So they actually start right there, or let me just see if I can get my finger over there and see that they would go throughout this up and down where that's roped off and actually test the submarines before they send them out to sea for our wonderful servicemen to use. I had an opportunity because my father worked for a nuclear power plant and he had access to the nuclear submarines too. And it's actually the nuclear power plant that he worked at is across the other side of the bay that we're on. And you could see it if I was over there, and I'll show you in a little bit. But I was blessed when I was in Boy Scouts that my dad was able to take me to a trip and we were able to go in a submarine. And you were able to see, it was really cool to enter a submarine. I don't think they would do that now, but you can see the roping is going to end over here so they can do different testing with the submarines in there, and they even pop out of the water. It's really, really cool. So what I'm going to do is I have to switch. Here comes a boater How cool is that? I'm gonna switch selfie stands. I'm gonna go to portable so I can show you the other side. This is not as easy as I thought it would be. There really is no really good way to do this, so I'm sorry if I'm going to make you dizzy. Hold on to my phone with dear life, because it is my life. Jenny says my grandpa was in Japan for World War II. I got to get to that history. So, that I was telling you about, they said it had to sail all the way down to the Panama Canal to come up to go through the East Coast, to get to the East Coast. What a journey that must have been. So I'm screwing in my handheld one, which will give me better access. All right, so this is my stand that you're seeing. And you see how that's where my iPad goes, and that's the floor, and that's my bag. Still have the receipts on it because it has too many zippers, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it. So as we go out on the back, there's even stairs down here that you can go. Look at this view. Is that not gorgeous? I mean, come on. This is just a breathtaking day. So there's, I don't know what they're doing there. But there's a crane floating. That's usually not there. When this thing picks up speed, you are going to be loving it. How the sound is, because I got my big fluffy microphone on. I want to make sure you experience this. So we're going to approach our first lighthouse shortly. And lighthouses are designed to warn ships of danger. Now, London itself, growing up, was not really known for being the safest area. There was a women's prison down here, and it just doesn't really know. But they completely cleaned it up. I gotta hand it to them. They put a lot of money into cleaning it up, and they brought a lot of things in. Now it's a lot safer. But they have beautiful beach here. And right there is Long Island Sound. And we're gonna be taking a left to head to, it's really windy, towards Rhode Island. And I'm going to take you inside. Okay, thank you. And actually, it's beautiful in here. Thank you, air conditioning. Yeah, I know it is. It's really hot. That is beautiful. So we're approaching our first lighthouse. And I will just set this down here and let you look at the birds, the seagulls. If you have questions for me, let me know. She says voice, LOL. I don't know. Oh, a bit choppy, but much better now. Okay, I'm glad. So maybe what I'll do is I won't talk when I go outside, and I'll show you, and you'll see another ferry coming in. So there's a lighthouse off and to your left. We're going to have a closer view shortly. But they're warning ships of rocks. And there's sailboats out there too. Now, the swells of the sea, I have been on this ferry. The one we're passing, we had 10 to 20 foot swells once. And that one is a 3-story boat, a 3-story cars, 3 stories of cars load up on the bottom part. 3 stories of cars they fit in there, and you're going to see them from the rear. And we had 10 to 20 foot swells. They had to close all of the decks. The water was flashing all the way, all the way over the top. See, I don't mind treacherous seas. I enjoy it, but there's the lighthouse. I'm going to zoom in. That's the first lighthouse we're going to see. We're going to see more along the way. You can see the water right now, how it's crashing. See that? Isn't that cool? There is the first lighthouse that's warning ships of danger. Jenny says, look at the size of everything. Isn't it amazing? And those lighthouses are still operating and working today. And here we have a barge that's approaching. I'm going to zoom in on that. And then I'm going to take you to... So you can't see Millstone, which is the nuclear power plant, because of the fog. It would be over there, which is where my dad worked, and that's how we had access to... So over there is New York City. It's Long Island Sound. And we're going to be heading over here. So you can see the other view. Okay, so here we have a jet taking off. Must be a private airport, because I don't recall an airport being here, because that would be Mystic, Connecticut. Look at the seagulls around that fishing boat. Isn't that amazing? So Mystic, Connecticut's over there, so that has to be a private airport, because I'm not familiar with it. My friend Elizabeth Sadie would know. And then we're gonna hug the coastline to hit the to go into Rhode Island, and then we're gonna go out to the deep seas. But my friend Vicky takes her boat on this, and sometimes they can't get back from Long Island. She's got a huge boat. You'll see it. It's like 3 stories, 4 stories, I don't know. Because that's where I'm going to see in Block Island. And let me go on the other side so you can see the seagulls. It is so nice and air conditioned in here. The boat's rocking a lot, so I apologize for the rockiness. So the first island we're going to be approaching is Plum Island. It's closed to the public because of they build, I don't know, governmental stuff. It's where they do all these vaccines and tests on animals, and they say that's how we got Lyme disease. Was one of the boats went to Lyme, Connecticut, and it was a vessel that was carrying food and produce, and a tick from, they're saying, from that island somehow boarded the boat, and that's how we got Lyme disease. Go figure. It's incredible. Don't get me started. Okay, I'm gonna go outside again because Okay, so we're on the Connecticut shoreline still. We're not that far from Mystic. But you can't see Mystic seaport from, like, kind of can. It's inland a lot. They have bumps and bumps. I feel Elizabeth is so knowledgeable about this. Yes, right away, next door, he is moving. I'm gonna say again, inhabitants rock our prayers. There's actually a house on that island. Is that not cool? So cute. I gotta get air conditioning, even though it's windy. Yeah, so I value your feedback. If you have any suggestions that you'd like to see, let me know. Set this up
Oh, I'm sorry.
to
No, I don't.
enjoy.
No.
Now here there's little islands I can zoom in on.
Sure. It's probably in the files somewhere in the water.
They're rocks. Right there, see it? Isn't that amazing?
Okay.
And then there's some little islands over here that just have greenery on it. So this would be the entrance to Mystic, Old Mystic Village and stuff, where all um, the ancient, what are they called? I cannot speak today. It's because of, we're so crazy. And the other side is another island, which I'll show you as we make our way out to sea. Oop.
Yeah, it was at 4 o'clock.
You can't get any prettier. Look at my hair from, that's the wind.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
I
That cracks me up. I want to laugh at what happens on live, stays on live. I do have a hat because I'm going to go swimming later
Right.
off a boat
Okay. Yeah, no,
when we get to when I get to Block Island. So I'm super excited, but that's just kind of funny.
Okay.
Looks like I had an explosion. Oh my gosh, I'm so thirsty. Forgive me, I should turn it around so you can enjoy the view. But that is funny. Isn't that you can't make this stuff up. What happens on live, I say stays on live. I don't use hairspray or anything. I don't like it. I use powder actually. I use a dry shampoo dusting. I dust it. because I don't like the feel of it being crunchy. I like it flexible. So the view is just, what a day. What a day. I'm lost for words. Let's go back outside. See, so if I have any questions, you guys are awesome. I love your questions. There's a smaller boat. That's gonna be, so what they're doing is they're heading for the waves that the boat is bringing in, because they're just driving right for it, because normally they would be going the other direction. So they want to experience. Now this boat, I don't know how it's going to survive. The thing looks like it's going to tip over, doesn't it? That should not be, that's not an experienced boater, I gotta say. These seas are a little too rough for a boat like that. I pray he's okay. I really gotta sit down because it's rocking and rolling. I'm gonna turn it around. How's your day going? Let's see. My friend Jenny goes, that's some serious. Yes, it is. It looks like the Titanic movie. That's true. Karen goes, can't hear what you're saying. Okay. That's right. No, thank you. All right. I keep losing service. I don't know why, but I have all my bars. So Karen, thank you for letting me know that you couldn't hear anything. Look at the waves. So I'm 4 stories or 5 stories up, and you could see the splashing up here. So what happened? I met this wonderful sisters, these 2 sisters, and they were telling me that it's their first time in Block Island and where they live, and they wanted to know my YouTube channel, so I gave it to them. Oh, this is really rocking. I'm glad I'm sitting down and not outside right now. I'm glad, and thank you, Karen, for letting me know it's much better inside. And if you could like it, this video, there's 3 people on, I have 1 like. It means a lot. We're coming up against another lighthouse. And then once we really get out to sea, it is, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm not holding my phone. It's on a stand on a table. So you would, you can, whatever rocking you're seeing is what we're feeling. So the swells are gonna be times 10 of what they are now once we get out to sea. And look at some of these mansions that we're passing. This again is all part of, I believe this is Stonington, Connecticut, which is right on the Rhode Island border. I'll recognize it in a second. My friend Elizabeth, again, would know. Because she has a small boat, and she, as a hobby, goes lobstering. She doesn't pick lobster. She drops the crates and collects them. So this is really moving. I don't mind it, but if you get motion sickness, you do need to take a Dramamine, because we're experiencing some swells. Nothing wrong with that though. So there's a beach here. I have a feeling we're in Rhode Island. Okay, because I've been here. I've walked along this path. So we're now officially in the state of Rhode Island. We're gonna hug the coastline until, I'm trying to think what town it is. And then we're gonna bang a right and head out to sea. I can already feel that the captain's turning. And off to my right, there's a lot of huge barges. And then the other side of the ocean would be England. So we are heading out to the deep seas. I want to see some whales. I don't know about you, but I want to see whales. That is like, I have seen them out here before. Now this right here is, they do a lot of weddings there. I don't know if you can, it's a little blurry because I have it. Oh, that's Taylor Swift's house. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, so Taylor Swift lives there. Go figure. It's the white one, right? Taylor Swift. I don't know if I know. I don't know much about her. I don't know anything about her. I guess she's somebody famous. I don't follow that stuff. That was really nice that somebody said that's Taylor Swift's house. Pretty cool. I had no idea. If I saw her on the street, I wouldn't even recognize her. That's how celebrity I am. I'm not into celebrities, you know. I say Oh, we're really rocking here. Let me turn this around. I say, this is like, that's the movement of the boat. Okay. Oh, all right. I say, there's no such thing as celebrities because we're all equal. You cut us open, we all bleed red. And I can't believe what the wind did to my hair. Really elevated it. Okay, so you'll see. So you just got to see Taylor Swift's house. Let me know if you know who she is, or what she's known for. I have no clue. Jenny says she's a good singer, LOL. She goes, amen. Well, then I guess I will have to look her up. I take recommendations because I like to keep my music clean. And I just, with my past, I used to listen to a lot of stuff that wasn't clean for music, so I just choose now to keep it centered around our Savior. That's what it means. So it's now 12:32 here. We'll be docking at 1, a little after 1. It's a little too rough, I think, for me to go outside now. But I'll wait and see. Maybe I'll see that rocking. Isn't that amazing? Whee! Jenny goes, Maria Osmond. Yes, she is good, clean music. I am humbly honored to have her as a friend. I am blessed and grateful for that. So Karen goes, she has a lot of CDs. Sure, you could find some of her music online. Yeah, I'll have to look her up. But I had no idea she lived in Rhode Island. So I see you learned something new. Whee! Sorry. That rocking you're seeing is not my hand. I got my selfie stand holding my iPhone up. I can't believe I've been on for 50 minutes. This is probably one of the longest lives I've done. Oh no, the Church History Museum. That was a long live, I think. Yeah. Didn't get many views though. People don't, the algorithm of YouTube doesn't work in your favor when you do long content, because when people don't watch 80% of your content, and you don't get the comments and the shares and the likes and all that stuff, it doesn't, YouTube just doesn't push it out, because they make money the more people that see it. And that's how I get paid, is the more. I'm looking for whales. I'll let you know. I don't see any on the other side. Usually the captain, because they have sonar and they can know if they're coming up on some, they would. Usually the captain will announce it and say, off to the left or off to the right, you can see, some whales. And sometimes they'll say they're humpback whales, or they're this whale or that whale. It's quite, I'm glad you're loving it, Jenny. Oh, I have a Patreon account, Jenny. It's in the description. I only have one subscriber though. It's my friend Karen in Cedar City. So, but I don't really promote it much. I kind of feel guilty promoting it. Or the super thanks stickers. I am. Okay, we're passing another ferry that's coming up, that's heading into New London. I'm gonna see if I can see where they're from, where they're headed from. It may be Martha's Vineyard. It may be. Ooh, wee! These are some nice waves. Okay, it says. I can't read what it says. Something run. I don't know. It's a smaller vessel, so they wouldn't have cars. It's about a quarter the size of the one we're in now. Maybe a lot smaller. So I'm assuming it might go to one of the, like, there's Shelter Island, which is a small island off New York. It probably I don't know. It could be anything. It could be from not from Boston. Boston would have a bigger one. Now the beaches here in Rhode Island are just breathtaking. And we're picking up the swells from that boat. Hence the fact that water just sprayed the window. And I don't know, if you can't really see it. See the water on that angle, you can. So if we were outside, oh yeah, now you can definitely see the water. So that's quite a view. And I'm at least, I don't know, 1, 2. Well, there's only 1, 2. There's only 3 stories, but these stories are bigger. So I would say maybe we're 6 stories up, like a 6-story building. Okay, that just ruined my view. I'm gonna have to go outside. Or the other side. I should say it ruined your view. Let me plug in my fuzzy microphone. Connection lost. I'm down to 2 bars. I may end up losing you before we get to Block Island. I'm not sure because we're going out to the deep seas. And I forget what I was saying. So now, where you're looking at, I guess, would take you to England if you just took a boat across, which is pretty amazing. And I've never done that. I've taken a cruise like to the Bahamas and stuff like that, the South Caribbean, but I've never really done, those are big swells. I've never done an international cruise. It's been about 20 years, 15 years. No, it was 10 years. Oh, I went on a cruise, I think. I don't know. I can't think. Now, Jenny goes, my Patreon account. She goes, yes, I'm looking it up. Oh, thank you so much, Jenny. That really means a lot. It really does. I also need a manager to help me with social media. Really setting this stuff up. It's a lot of work. So the other side, you really can't see much out the window because there's too much water on the window. So this side's clearer. Come on, let's see some whales. Okay, so we're approaching, it looks like we may be approaching Block Island because we're 20 minutes out. I'm going to show you the map they have. And Jenny says, my ancestors came to America through there. That is amazing. I have been to the records in New York. I've also been to the Statue of Liberty. And it was pretty amazing to look up your ancestors. Yeah, because when my ancestors came from Germany, they had to do this. Ellis Island they went through. It's a little too rocky for me to, heck with it, I'm gonna stand up. I'll show you the map. So that's the staircase. That's the map of where we took the ferry from. You can see right there is where we started, where the red line is, and that is the path. And there is Block Island. Right there. So that's the path we took. That's a little dog. You gotta hold the railing because... Alright, let's go down here. See what the view is like. See the bow. There really isn't a view out there. Hi. Is it a Shih Tzu? Oh, that's not okay. I'm going. That funny. It was like, oh, he's like, okay, I'm moving. What happened? Oh, I love it. I don't mind a little turbulence. All right, now I'm gonna take you out. Oops. Sorry about that. Whew. I fell because it's rocky. Let me just give me a second. Whew. It's cool. It's all good. All right, you gotta turn us around so you can see. Oh. Okay, I've learned not to talk out there because you can't hear me because it's too windy. But oops, this is the same place I fell last time. I'm not falling again. So give me a second to get my balance. All right, so okay. There we go. Okay. But I was talking to our friend that I met earlier, and she said, "When can I see this video on YouTube?" I said, "It's live now." And she goes, "Oh, okay, I'll definitely watch it." It's really neat how you meet people. You never know where you're going to meet them and how you're going to meet them and how you can affect somebody. So I did tell her, if you heard me speaking, or muzzled, if you may, I'm going to show you my fuzzy microphone so you can see what I use. So this is the microphone that I have, and it normally works really good, but with these conditions, So it has to plug into my iPhone. And you can hear the difference in the sound. So I gotta slide, I have to unscrew this, slide it in, tighten it. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into when you're going live. And as you saw my large tripod stand, I have to unscrew it to put it on this portable one. Now you're gonna hear a difference in sound quality. That fuzzy thing works. I like my fuzzies. And it requires a lot of cleaning, like lens. Ooh, I don't mind it. I love sleeping on boats because it's just this feeling of, I don't know, flotation. Yeah, so when I also have to clean my lens a lot, every time I get off live, I need to use a cleaner to, spray this. I have to clean the phone because it just, especially with the salt water, it will affect the quality. It's actually making me look blurry right now because the lens needs to be cleaned. So I always wipe my glasses and then I wipe down my iPhone. And if I take a call, the oils on my face will block the lens. So I go through gallons of this stuff. I guess that's the life of a video creator, or whatever I'm doing, I guess, or trying to do. So when I was pointing earlier, it looks like we're slowing down. So we're off the coast of Block Island as we enter. Now, I wish I could show you the way we dock. It's such a beautiful experience, but they don't have seating in the front. They have that closed off because of the waves. But I will be in back, and hopefully the sound quality will be better because it won't be as windy. I am going to clean the back lens of my phone, not the front, because I'll clean the back end, because that way it gets the salt off of it. And then what I'm going to do is turn you around. Hey, I got 7 people on. If you could just hit the like button, that would be awesome. It means a lot. My friend Jenny says, oh, what species of whales do you get there? That's a good question. I don't know. I think humpback. I don't know. That's the only thing, probably, that's the only name of whales I know, I can think of. As I'm getting older, my brain's going. The ultimate hair tease. Yeah, it really was. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the lens around. So I'm going to clean the front so you'll get a better experience. And I'll let you look outside. There's going to be some shaking. Oh, I hope I don't end the live. Alright, that should be better. That would be funny. I've done that before. I've done everything. So my friend Vicky's boat that I went on, see how I look clearer? So tip to content creators, always carry lens cleaner with you because it makes all the difference in the world. And yes, we are pulling into Block Island because I recognize the beach. So always carry lens cleaner. And if you're recording or going FaceTiming a friend, clean it because it makes a difference in the quality. Now my iPhone has been unplugged. We've been on for 70 minutes. It was at 100% charge. Now it's down to 77%. I don't know. Oh, are you okay, sir? Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I think I need a new iPhone. It's scary. But I gotta clean something here. Alright, let's go outside and see just another expense. But when we go outside, we're gonna see Long Island. Bear with me. Because it's still a little rough. Because Long Island is, or not Long Island, Block Island. Okay. Oh, sailboat. So we dock on the other side. I'm gonna go outside, but when I go outside, I'm not gonna speak. Now there's a huge cliff before I go there. There's a huge cliff right there. I'm gonna zoom in on. That you can take your mopeds up to. Isn't that cool? So we're pretty much gonna go around the island. And then there's a cove in there, and that's where my friend Vicky's boat is parked.
That's what I did, right?
And then the dock, and then when we get off on the other side, you're gonna see that there's the historic village, which I'm gonna get a moped. I'm gonna go around with my friend Tracy, Vicky's sister. It's such a gorgeous day. It really is. And there will be other boats docking from like Boston that come in, and I think you can even get one from Maine. I'm not sure Portland. I don't know. I think they have a high speed one that comes here. I see a large cruise ship out to sea. Let's see if I can zoom in. Right there. So, I'd like to know why, but it don't let me like videos. It doesn't let you like videos when you're live. That's so weird. I know I had hearts and stuff flying by the other day, and I was like, when I was live, and smiley faces. I don't know how people did that. I don't know if it's in settings. I don't know if it's a mistake I do because I don't know what I'm doing. Karen says, this also reminds me of taking a boat from the mainland, Spain, to the little islands. Oh, so in Spain, I've never been to Spain. My friend Kathy has. Whew, it's rocky. We went there for vacation several times. Breakaway says such a cool, ooh, love it, adventure day. Yes, it is. We are rocking and rolling. So you can see some of the windmills. I mean, they are. So right there's another lighthouse. And if Vicky and I, we may take our dinghy out, her smaller boat, but it's too much. They're like $1,200 to fill it up with gas or propane. Well, I don't know what it takes, fuel. So to actually come here from, I'll have to ask her. I think it's about $700 or something in fuel round trip for her boat to go from the Connecticut River, which we were 40 minutes from the Connecticut River, I think, and where we left. So she goes from the Connecticut River to here. I think it's like $700 round trip to fill up. I don't know. It's a lot of money to own a boat. It's a lot of money. I mean, she had one that caught on fire. She had one that sunk. It's hilarious. We laugh about it. She had one that broke down in the ferry lane, and the ferries were honking at her, and her engine caught on fire. So the Coast Guard had to come. I mean, it's just, she's like knows the Coast Guard by first name. I kid you not. She is hilarious. You're gonna love her. I interviewed her on her boat at her marina last year. It's somewhere on YouTube. I don't know, I got 1,700 videos. I can't keep up anymore. Now you see there's little fishing boats here. So as we round the cliff, this is where the sharks are at their highest because it creates a ripple effect. And the waves become larger or the ripples, and so the fish gather here, and so the sharks like to come here so they can feed the fish, hence the fact you have a fishing boat, because there's sharks in the water. And I know you're going to ask me what kind of sharks. I don't know, they're just sharks. They're sharkies. I like dolphins. I'm going to be with the dolphins in 2 weeks. I can't wait. So, so we're rounding the bend and we're going to be heading to the port. And I'm going to zoom in. It's going to be hard, but you can see some of the windmills that I talked about in the beginning that they were building in Connecticut. Right there. It's too weighty for me to stay steady. But those windmills that you saw at the beginning of this, which was 75 minutes ago, that I showed you where they were building the windmills, they're coming here, and they're also going to Long Island. So the cell service is better because we are in civilization again. We're not out to the deep seas. And the sailboats are just amazing. I'm going to take you outside, because that way you can enjoy. So I'll stop talking out there because of the wind. So bear with me. Here, I'll turn it on me. That way, if I fall, because, oh, yeah, I gotta hold on. Give me a second. I always fall. I'm prone to it. I don't mind. I take ownership. Oops. See? Right there. Excuse me, sir. Sorry. so much, honey.
You're welcome. Very nice meeting
Nice
you.
meeting So you should be able to hear me now. Let me know because the sound of the wind has died down. But here you can see the old village. That's an inn. It's a very great restaurant. You can see the other ferries that have docked here. And we're heading into the harbor. And when I was 16 years old, I had a major sunburn on that beach. I won't make that mistake again. But I highly encourage you to rent a moped if you come here. It's the island. You can go up to the cliff that I showed you earlier. You can just really explore the coast. There's our life raft, like the Titanic, our friend Denny said earlier. See how much calmer it is in the day? In the water, you can see the tranquilness of it. We're going to be docking right in there. And those are all the other ferries, like that one's, I think, from Long Island. And then, yeah, there's, that one is to bring your cars on. Which you really don't need a car on this island. I'm going to be walking to my friend Vicky's boat, which is the other side of the island, and it's only like 10 minutes or 15. I would just rent a bike. So her boat is very similar to, there it is. It looks like that, kind of, but it's a little bigger. Hers is, yeah, a lot bigger actually. But so that's interesting story. I fell off the side of it once when I was live and went right into the water. I did a video. I did a reel with it because I wasn't going to lose my iPhone. Let me tell you. I was like, no way. So if you're just tuning in, start this from the beginning when it's uploaded, and you'll see the beautiful view. We didn't see any whales, but that's okay. The ship is just making its docking now. That's the marina that we entered. It looks like it's, I don't know if the tide's going in or coming out. I'd have to, Vicky will know. Now over there are some huge mansions. Oh, and you got to see Taylor Swift's house, thanks to our friend who pointed that out. So cool. And look at this, you can, all the cute little beach. I would imagine you could rent those. I'll show you this view from the back of the boat. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah.
You too. Thank you. So, yeah, so it's I'm gonna have to stand over here. Let me turn this around. Look at that marina. Oh, and they're known for their crab cakes here. And lobster rolls. So it's fun to be in Rhode Island. Come and visit Rhode Island. Or come visit Connecticut and take a ferry to Rhode Island. That's even better. Look at the cute little houses. There's a lot of history here. And
All right there.
I love the American flag. So we're backing in, and right there is where we're going to get off. They must lower that drawbridge thing. And so here you can rent mopeds, bikes, cars, and little Jeeps. Oh, look, I love those cute little Jeeps. They're adorable. You see them? Aren't those adorable? Oh, I'll have to check those out. The green one and the yellow one? Oh, I have to have one of those. That is cool. Don't you think it's cool? They rent by the hour, or you can rent it for the whole day. But I lost a lot of my day. It's 10 minutes after 1. I was supposed to be here at, well, 8:30, 9:30. I was supposed to be here 9:30 in the morning. But I missed 2 ferries. Ugh, welcome to my life. And I would have made it. But there's a reason. There is definitely a reason. Maybe it's because I had to meet that friend that her and her sister wanted to inquire about. Wow, you never know. You never know. I should go say hi to her. All right, now that they can hear us, I'm gonna have you reintroduce yourself.
Hi, Tessra.
Hi, nice to meet you. And
Nice to meet you.
you're from Hartford, Connecticut.
Yes.
That's awesome. And your sister's here?
Yes.
That is great. Thank you for taking her here. Special occasion, like birthday or
No, just first time.
first time. So
Day
you
tripping.
day tripping. I just was noticing. You see those cute little Jeeps you can rent?
Oh, yes.
That's more my style.
Okay.
I like it. So now you got to meet my friend. She's the one that I was telling you about earlier, but you couldn't hear her because of all the wind. See, these are much calmer seas. So I'm gonna, that's the Block Island high speed. That's another ferry, but that's a smaller one. So that's probably going to like Martha's Vineyard or the Cape. We're on a little bigger one right now. Well, I'm going to end this live for now, and I want to thank you so much for all of your support. Watch it from the beginning. Please let me know your thoughts. Enjoy it. I had so much fun bringing this to you, and I'm going to go live on my friend Vicky's boat later this afternoon around 4, and we're going to talk about when she sunk a boat 5 hours after she bought it, when her boat caught on fire in the ferry lane, and the Coast Guard had to come save her. And our friends are dying over here. They're like, yeah, she sunk two boats, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 2 boats, and they're big boats. Like, yeah. So, yeah, she should stay off the water. They said she should stay. They said she should stay off the water. She's been questioning that too now. As she hit 70, she's like, I don't know how many more years I'm going to be able to do this. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Well, the story about her first one that she sunk, they had just bought it in New York, and they were taking it. It was the maiden voyage and the last voyage, and it sunk in Long Island Sound, and they had to get rescued by the Coast Guard, had to helicopter them out of, because the waves were so big. Yeah, and yeah, they had to, well, it was her sister, and her husband. They're here. That's what I'm going to see on their boat. So maybe I should tell them we're not taking it out. We're just going to stay docked. See, you never know who you're going to meet on live. Never. So everybody, enjoy your day.
There's a bathroom up here.
There's a bathroom down, I think it's down one
Okay.
level. Yeah, yeah. All right, everybody, you guys have an awesome day. Again, thank you for your support. I love you, and most importantly, so doesn't God.